Hello, today I'm interviewing Jean Perez. She is a nurse who owned and operated her own residential care facility for the elderly. And it's Mrs. Perez, can you explain what type of schooling and experience that you had for your position?
Yes, I can. Um, well, in Ohio, and this is where I live, and my operation was in Ohio, is licensed by the Department of Ohio as a group home. And so it is not a nursing home, which means that you do not do any nursing procedures or any skill type of nursing care, but just ambulatory care, making sure that the seniors are well fed and taken care of and interactive and watched so their lifestyle can be of good quality. But you do require a license. And I had a six-bed home that I lived in, and I was the sole proprietor. But in order to operate on 24 hours, I needed staff. So my staff they did not have to be a nurse's aide or registered nurse. I myself am a registered nurse, but that is not a qualification to run a licensed group home. But after having a group home for almost 25 to 30 years, unless you have some nursing experience, I think it is very difficult to take care of seniors as they age and to understand and be able to give them what they need without some good type of nursing experience. I do have an associate degree in nursing from a college and then got my RN degree, and I graduated in '63. I served in emergency room for 4 years in nursing. I also had 2 years in a 100-bed nursing home, and I did 1 year in orthopedic, and then I did 2 years as a nurse consultant in a 30-bed mental health group home. So these years that I had before I opened my group home gave me a wide variety of experience. I opened the group home because I wanted to take care of a family member that needed a home. But in order to do that, I decided that would be hold me down a lot to have to be there and take care of someone 24/7. So we bought a large home and decided to license it. So we had 6 beds. And we lived in the home full time, although in the state of Ohio, you do not have to live in the home. If you can operate one without living in it, but I chose to live in it and take care of the residents through all the years.
And good time management skills, because I know you have to spend a lot of time at the grocery store, as I recall.
A lot of times that is a big part of it. In fact, at one time I ran two homes. One we did not live in, we just rented it. We had 14, and then we had the home. So food buying is huge. Although group homes frequently sometimes will have food delivered,
Mm.
it's not real effective
Right.
to do that. So it is much easier. And I am one that I wanted my residents to have good quality food. And so I did not like a lot of prepared or packaged. I wanted it to be very much like home, very good food and a lot of flavor. But also you do have to make the menus ahead of time. And so you do have to have a very balanced menu because they are also approved by the State Department to be sure that you are feeding and making sure that they are in good health.
Yes. So what is your favorite or most fulfilling aspect of being part of that career?
Well, for me, I think it was that I had the ability at the time to be home most of the time. My children were young. We started it knowing that this would be not just me, but the family would also have to be part of it because they were living in it. But it gave me a lot of flexibility.
Mm.
I could hire the staff and I could do the shifts that I wanted. And then I could also hire staff to do the shifts so I had time off. So in the I think just the fact of knowing that the quality of care that they have them compared to a nursing home, because I would get that feedback from family is like, oh, this is so much nicer here. There's not so many people. It's so home-like, and you're so good to them. So, it's a real makes you feel really good, and so you realize that you've really done something, especially when you meet people in the community and they're glad that they have this home that they can send folks to.
Yeah, because you really did create a home away from home for these people. I would
Yes, it was.
I bear witness to that, so I can attest that that is exactly how it was. I know that I feel like you were a pioneer in what is now considered assisted living. I feel like what you were doing is very similar to what is provided in the assisted living type of situation. And I think it's beautiful that you were able to do it in your home and be hands on. What are some of the day to day tasks or goals that you recall engaging in, or what did a typical day look like for you?
Well, a typical day is kind of like raising six little kids. It's 24/7. So it did not need more than one person, but the state requires someone to be on duty at all times for 24 hours a day. So I needed staff, even though the majority of my residents didn't require something every minute. It still means looking after them, getting them all up, making sure that they've showered and dressed, getting them ready, preparing breakfast for them, um, cleaning their rooms, making their beds, doing laundry. Then it's back to the same thing again, and lunch and supper. Um, but outside of all of the routine care that you would do for anybody who could not do everything for themselves, it's also trying to um, maybe look ahead and see what it is they need, schedule all their doctor's appointments and make sure that they go to those, arranging time for their families to be with them, trying to get them to engage with their family, to go out with their family or to stay with their friends or to be active in the community. So it is kind of like having many hats on in a day.
Yeah.
Plus, if you're the owner of this group home, such as I was, then you have the hiring of your staff and the firing of the staff and the training of the staff. So there's many multitasks to do. It isn't just one small area. Even in food preparation, a lot of people can cook for one or two people, but then cooking for six people is a little bit different.
Yeah.
So, and it also requires, when you have a group home, you also are bound by licenses. And that means food service licenses, that means fire safety licenses and stuff. And so you do need the training and expertise to be able to do that, to be sure that your residents are in good care.
How did you find that you were able to manage the stress and pressure of all of that?
Well, for me, I think because I was able to, I didn't do it just myself. I had staff, gave me, a lot of time, shifts that I had off, or even the ability to go away for some days. And I did a lot of things that were not about nursing or taking care of seniors, that I had a lot of family time that I could do. I could be very involved in my church, and I could do other community things that were very fulfilling for me, so that, it wasn't this routine every day, every day, every day. And that's what worked for me.
Yeah, imperative to create that balance. What strengths do you feel are important for someone who would do what you have done?
Well, I think you have to look at yourself and say, do I really want to commit to a 24/7? Because even if you have staff, they call off, they get sick, and you're stuck.
Yeah.
And you have to do it. I mean, it doesn't matter whether you're sick or not. If you don't have any staff, these people are dependent on you. They can't get up and take care of themselves and make their own food. So you have to be able to realize that you can't go when you wanted if you don't have your staff. And so it can be very restrictive. And so I think you have to look at that. And And do I have the ability to multitask?
Mhm.
Some people, it's just very difficult to have several things on their plate in one day and to be able to manage them. And you need to be able to do that, or it's going to be very difficult.
What advice would you give someone who might be considering doing this?
Well, I would say that you at least need to go to a nursing home. If you're a nurse, then you're probably very aware of what it takes to take care of someone. But if you don't have a nursing degree and experience, then you need to go to a nursing home and at least work there for a little bit and see if you like taking care of folks and if you enjoy it. Because otherwise, it's going to be very difficult for you to do it.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to share about?
Well, the one thing is, I think sometimes people think if you have a group home, you're going to make a lot of money. But it doesn't work that way. Even though you see nursing homes and the cost is astronomical, there's a lot that goes into it. And just like a group home, well, staff and the taxing and stuff, you're if you are a registered nurse, you will definitely make way more money working 8 hours at a hospital than you ever will running your own home because you're very restricted. Most states don't allow you to have more than about 4 to 6 people, and you're not going to make a lot of money. Maybe between 50 and 65,000, which is not a lot for a nurse these days.
Right.
So it's not something that you can say, oh, I'm going to do this because I want to make a lot of money. Or you can make more money someplace else. This has to be a need that fits you, that you want to take care of people. Um, it's just a small niche that you're serving. But if you want a better salary, especially if you have a license, you will make more money somewhere else.
Okay. All right. Very good. Well, thank you for your time, and I appreciate your feedback on this. It's going to be perfect for what I need.
Oh, very good. I enjoy talking with you.